Hey there, Pony. This is PotterBrony, and welcome to another blind reaction of My Little Pony, Friendship is Forever, Friendship is Magic, Clipshow. This time we have number 5, Harvesting Memories. So yeah. Applejack, I'm assuming. Seems to make sense. So, let's just get it started and see what they've got in store for us. As always, be sure to support the official release, and let's see Applejack's memories. I swear if they show, I know a lot of it's memories shared with Twilight, that's the whole point, but if we don't have something about the parents in it, I'm going to be a little upset. That's big memories. Anyway, so let's just get it started in 3, 2, 1, and go.
We just need you to get Twilight to remember some of her favorite times with you, so this book can record them.
But it's a
well, actually, no, maybe I shouldn't expect something about the parents, but...
So...
It's true I ain't fond of lying, but I think I can handle it in my own way.
Keeping a secret is a little different than lying, but...
Oh, hi there, Applejack. It's always so great to see you. But why did you ask me to come out to the
Holy
farm?
crap.
You see, the thing is, I need you to, check the apples.
She really is taking Twilight's place.
I mean, I definitely don't need you to reminisce about some memorable times with me for any kind of magical gift or anything. Nope. Maybe it's better if I do the talking.
Mm-hmm.
My little pony.
My little pony.
I used to wonder what friendship could be. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure.
Yeah, she looks way too much like Twilight.
Faithful and strong. Sharing kindness. It's an easy feat. And magic makes it all complete.
Just the streaks in her hair and a slightly different shade of purple. Alright.
I'm not sure I understand, Spike. Why would Applejack need me to check the apples she's using for the coronation?
I'm sure she just wants everything to be perfect. Isn't that right, Applejack? Well, yes, but I have to be honest, Twilight. All right. Speaking of honesty, what's your favorite time that Applejack was honest, Twilight?
Gee, Spike, that's an odd question. And
Yeah, weird way to segue.
Hold on! I'm a-coming! Applejack, what do I do?
Hooves, how do they
Let
work?
go. Are you crazy?
No, I ain't. I promise you'll be safe.
That's not true.
Now listen here. What I'm saying to you is that
Yeah, but no
let go.
explanation as to why she'll be safe.
Listen, y'all. I thought I was just being honest when I said all those things. But some pony helped me realize I was actually being hurtful. So
Well, to be fair, this one had nothing to do with Twilight, so...
So, you don't think fashion is ridiculous?
But looking at
Well,
honesty stuff...
I still don't understand it, but I appreciate how much it means to y'all, and how much hard work you put into it. I also know this contest is important to Rarity. So, what do you say?
Well, yeah, a big moment in honesty when she gets the
I hate
key,
to disappoint everybody,
obviously.
but there's no way Granny could have made that dive because this tonic is a fake. But you gave it your stamp of approval.
Are you saying you lied?
I am. I didn't mean to.
How is this
Everybody
possible?
seemed so much happier. I couldn't bring myself to tell you when I found out the tonic wasn't real. I know it was wrong. I just hope with time I can win back every pony's trust. I am pretty honest. Yep, but you weren't always that way, were you?
Oh, I've heard that story.
Alright, so maybe we may get something about the family. But the
Did
parents.
you say apple blight?
She said gasket mites.
And once your trunk turns red like this, the only thing to do is prune the branches.
Oh no, Granny!
Did you say prune them branches?
Well, sure. What else you gonna do once the blight gets this bad?
You'd think you'd want a cleaner cut with
This is all a big misunderstanding.
with surgical tools as opposed to like a serrated blade like that.
Big man?
Granny Smith? What is going on here, Applejack?
That is a darn good question.
I'm not sure if I was worried that no pony was listening to my ideas, or just nervous that I wouldn't be the one to end up running the farm. But I promised something to Filthy Rich that I couldn't deliver, and I was too embarrassed to admit it.
So Granny was never sick?
And there ain't no apple blighted ponies?
Nope.
Those were all lies. And I thought if you found out, you'd stop doing business with the farm. So I just kept telling more.
So she's not a doctor.
Please don't make Granny and the farm suffer for what I did. This whole thing is my fault.
Followed quickly by a
Set me against life.
kick-ass moment from Granny. Now she keeps every pony in their
You're
place.
about as close to family as a pony can get, Twilight. That's why I need. That's another thing I love about you, Applejack. No pony loves her family more than you do, right, Twilight?
Sure, the apples are all pretty close.
Found him. Was in her.
Oh, thank you, Applejack. I still can't believe it's been almost 100 moons since our last family reunion. Oh, I remember it like
Just seeing Granny though reminds me of
Talking about it pretty much every
what
day.
is heavily implied what happened to her at the finale.
Them RSVPs coming along. Who's showing their muzzle at the reunion? Every pony. Every pony. Feathers on the goat. Are you sure?
Great, now it's
I
just
got
Tay and me again.
RSVPs from apples from Yonder Hill, Hollow Shades, Galloping Gorge, Full Mountains, apples from Philadelphia, Hotel Town, and all.
Which I missed the implication when I first watched it.
Oh, and how could I forget? Manhattan! Fibs is coming. I get to see my favorite cousin.
Think we're gonna
That
need a bigger
her
size
and Goldie
than
too, so that's
Every pony knows all this stuff about me. But I have something to say. Oh, just look at me, rambling on and on. You brought Twilight here
Damn
to
it,
check the
Spike.
apples, and we haven't even started. Come on, Twilight.
Applejack, are you trying to ruin the surprise?
I don't see how I could. Spike won't let me get a word in edgewise. I think...
My little pony, my little pony.
someone you deserve.
The way Spike's getting Twilight's memories might seem dishonest, but it's working really well.
Don't you think Twilight will get a mite suspicious if I just stand around while Spike does all the talking?
You know, you're talking awful loud from someone who's just on the other side of a door.
You can talk about anything.
You could hear shit through a door.
More memories.
Of course, she's not paying attention.
I think I still don't know what I'm supposed to be checking. You and your family have been running this farm forever. You know apples better than I ever will.
That's very true.
That's true. We
What do you
have
mean,
been
guess?
on this farm
That
for
is
quite a while.
entirely true.
Warren has been here a while too, though it almost wasn't.
You know, a couple years isn't that long for a barn. This barn hasn't been in place for a while. You know, those nails serve no purpose that they were driving in. See, That one makes more sense because it's nailing into something underneath.
Here we go. Come on, Apples, get her done.
Look at us, we're family.
Working together, thankfully.
We apples, we are proud to say, stick together the pony way.
Out of your partner, circle right. Get down if you're scared of heights. Forward, back, and twirl around. That barn's gonna be the best in town. Yeehaw! Hey, girl!
Seeing all these old ponies, I realized that what happened with them too.
Raise this barn, 1, 2, 3, 4. Together we can raise this barn, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take your brushes, young and old. Together painted bright and bold. Turn 'em around quick by the left elbow. Grab a new partner, here we go.
Recolored Octavia.
Raise this barn, we raise this barn. Yes, we did.
You know, pointing out the mistakes in woodworking in this thing. Nailing it into spots which serve no purpose. And when they were smoothing out the wood by passing the tool back and forth, if you don't hold pressure on it, it's not going to keep an even grade. But letting it go isn't going to do anything. Catchy song?
Being in the barn made me think of it. Is that weird?
Not any more than the way you used to do your chores.
I've never heard that story.
What are you talking about? You were there.
I'm sorry, but I just couldn't let those spa ponies go another minute putting up with problems they didn't even know they had. Somehow they just got used to a huge bottleneck of ponies standing around waiting. But I took one good look at that spa jam, and I knew I had to do something. Sometimes the simplest things can just derail a whole operation.
Yeah.
Whether it's a leaky pipe
Not-
or doing too much laundry.
No self-awareness.
Stick to the same old way of doing things and expect them to get better. I mean, thinking you can is just plumb ridiculous, right? It's funny when you realize the extra work they were doing was actually making things worse. I mean, I guess it's possible to get stuck in a routine where you're doing all this extra stuff and not realize it, but I can't for the life of me think I have. Why are y'all staring at me like that? Oh, yeah! I don't know how I could have forgotten that. Come to think of it.
Because I don't watch an episode that often. That's how
You
I...
are weird a lot.
That's when the yellow bird thought to himself, my favorite little tree isn't such a little tree anymore. So she sang her song big and strong.
So I would say that this is proof of her voice change subtly, and gotten deeper.
Applejack, were you reading a bedtime story to an apple tree? Who's our next model for the fashion show?
Oh boy.
Apple Jewel? Who the hey is that?
You know, listening to this again, I'm reminded of, what was it, from Brony's react to A Perfect Pair.
I hate to say I told you so, Twilight.
When
but
one of them said that, you notice how
it's a curse, I tell you.
Country Rarity sounds like young Granny Smith.
Huh?
No, she doesn't.
Hey, who puts pillows on this rake?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe someone who really loves her little sister and doesn't want her to get an owie?
Infuriating, Applejack, infuriating.
Applejack? What are you doing?
Applejack? Who's that? My name's Apple Cord, and I've got a couple of songs to play for you. Clap your hooves if you know them. And a 1 and a 2 and a... My love is like a barrel full of hay.
Distraction.
This can be just as peculiar as the next pony.
Stealing the crown.
That's not what's going on here today.
Because today you wanted Twilight to check over the apples for the coronation, right?
Nope. And I think it's time I told you the truth. My little pony, my little pony.
Now, what are you going to tell her?
Twilight, I have to be honest. The reason Spike gave you for coming out to the farm today was a lie. It's just that things have been so hectic. What with saving Equestria and planning for the coronation, I just wanted to have a chance to reminisce with you a bit.
Oh, smooth.
I'm happy to spend time remembering things we've done together. You don't have to make up.
Yeah,
some
Applejack isn't the person who isn't the type of person who would, you know,
my favorite
ruin a surprise.
Applejack memories.
My name is Twilight Sparkle. Well, how'd it do, Miss Twilight? A pleasure making your acquaintance.
Yeah, you could hear it now.
We here at Sweet Apple Acres sure do like making new friends.
Her register definitely got lower.
Actually, so, what can I do you for? That's it, Bumpkin. I know it's hard work, but you guys are doing great. Yeehaw!
Hey, Applejack, how's everything going?
Oh, just dandy. A little slow starting, but peachy all the same. There's a lot of ground to clear, you hear? We can't even start the planting and the watering until we get all this heap of snow hightailed out of here.
Well, I'd like to help.
Well, I don't know, Twilight.
Just give me a chance.
You ain't strong.
Well, I never turned down a hard
Physically.
worker, but... Think of how much quicker they could wrap up winter with your magic.
I could use a come-to-life spell. Oh, here goes.
She's awful strong for such a little pony.
She's not much smaller than any pony else here.
That's my girl, following my advice.
About the same size as the ladies.
Does that mean?
Uh-oh. Slow down. Slow down.
And eventually not a little pony at all. Compared to practically every other pony in the world. From regular size to slightly taller than the rest.
What's going on? What'd you do? You use magic, didn't you?
Ah, classic. Well, I'd assume that snow would have to have been gotten rid of eventually anyway.
It's funny, really. Twilight here was suspicious of my behavior all along. Too bad the rest of you were too caught up in your wedding planning to realize those suspicions were correct.
Sorry, Twi. We should have listened to you.
It's not your fault. She fooled every pony. You've always been such a good friend. I
So,
don't know what I
one
would've
line
done
in that
without
makes that an Applejack
I
moment.
feel the same way. If I hadn't met
I
you,
guess she was the
I
one who
might have never left
apologized
the
first.
farm, or had any adventures at all.
I mean, you left the farm before you met her, but
Oh, Manhattan, what you do to me?
yeah, she did open her friends up to much more out there too. Twilight did a lot for them, just like they did for her. That's the whole point.
Ponies move so fast here. Not at all like back home. Eyes peeled, ears open. Eyes peeled, ears open.
Remember, Applejack, you're in the big city now. No moseying. You've got to walk with speed and confidence.
Move it!
Sorry about that.
Get out of my way!
Sorry.
Watch it!
Hey, oh dear. Butter my biscuits. I can barely cross the street in this town.
My little pony, my little pony.
Yep, and then I'm out of here.
Guess no pony else is going out as far as we are.
Maybe they know something we don't.
Now, Fluttershy, I've told you a dozen times. There's nothing to be scared
That guy.
You really started
startle us.
Oh, it's just that I'm not used to seeing any pony taking the train to the end of the line. The final destination.
Good movie.
Last stop.
We get the picture. Why?
Nothing but uncharted terrain and wild beasts out that way.
And a really cool species. With a really cute new character, who unfortunately we didn't see much of after.
Well, maybe there's a little something to be scared of.
Where are the pies?
They're not back here. This is your fault. You think you've always got to be in charge.
You're lucky, you know. You've got no idea what it's like to have a sister constantly looking over your shoulder.
Actually, let's try listening to me for a change. And I say, if there are no pies, let's settle for the Philly filet. Any last words? I really wish my sister were here.
Hang on, Apple Bloom. I'm a-coming.
Get her!
Hey, I thought I was in charge now.
Well, you're agreeing. Stop fighting each other and just work together, and then you'll be able to take her down. Of course, she's super prepared, so never mind. Damn.
I feel pretty lucky we're friends.
Honestly, so do I.
But you were right about the coronation keeping me busy. Come on, Spike. Celestia and Luna want to go over the guest list. Again.
The guest list just has the words every creature.
I may be an honest pony, but even I know how not to spoil a surprise.
Alright. So... Like I said, not much to go over on that one. Well, that's it. But yeah, there isn't much to go over on that one. Just some good, cute memories. Nothing to do with her family, unfortunately, but, you know, with her parents. And yeah, it had plenty to do with her family. And again, probably would have... I still cry over that episode. And almost brought myself to that point. Just realizing, you know, what is heavily implied happened to her parents. So, and no, what is heavily implied happened to Granny Smith and the other elders. Which, of course, brings up a point not unrelated to this, but with the finale, with the epilogue and everything. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you have to show, but I wish they could have gone and seen a lot more other stuff. Like, say, everyone's parents grown, or seen Twilight's parents older, or her niece. Would have been nice to see Flurry Heart. We saw a glimpse of what she looked like a little bit in stained glass, so you can kind of imagine what it'd be like, but I'd assume very Cadence-like now. And for that matter, would like to see what Cadence looks like. Because if she kept going, is her hair wavy and flowy now? and she's not a leader of all of Equestria, but she does rule the empire, the Crystal Empire. And it looked like she was halfway in between her original state, which was the very on model form when they showed a flashback of her, to after, to the marriage episode and onwards. Looked to be in between Twilight, old Alicorn Twilight, like when she first turned Alicorn, and Celestia Twilight. So does it happen with all Alicorns like that? That's one of the things I'm wondering is, like, does it happen with all Alicorns like that? Eventually, when they reach that certain point, does it just turn flowy and magical and all that? Because yeah, now I won't say that other ponies, you have seen other ponies with models that were very cadence like, you know, Floor and Sassy Saddles, other characters like that. But yeah, that's the difference between just a random male pony and someone who's got the physique of Big Mac. It's just big. Anyway. Yeah, it was just something I was wondering. And would have liked to have seen in the epilogue, just to see her family, Twilight's family there. Yeah. Anyway. So, I want to thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed that, but I'm going to end this one here. Until next time. Take care. Bye.